All right. Well, Jim, you weren't here last week. Let's start with you.
All right.
Jim Murphy.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
Great picture, James.
Growler, yeah.
He's yawning. He's just yawning. He's tired. He's exhausted.
Yeah. From a day of sleep, sleeping on
Yeah.
the dock. Yeah.
That's all they do is lay on the dock and sleep.
Yeah.
I thought maybe he was, you were his doc, his dentist. He was opening.
That sounds like us though, James.
Those
Yeah.
are sharp looking canines. I wouldn't want to get bit.
Nope.
That's for sure. Well, I guess good news is they don't move that fast on land.
Yeah. I love the detail. Yeah.
Yeah, very good.
Very nice.
Yep, that works. Boy, that slide area just brings you right in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, let me get my little pointer turned on. There we go. Okay,
Yeah. Beautiful.
nice.
Just right down the gullet. Yep.
Yeah, waiting for
All right.
Well, that's good.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Very good.
I think I was attracted by her shorts.
Uh,
Did you salute? Or pledge allegiance? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Nice.
What
that
type of
was
race was
short.
What type of race was this, Jim?
This, there was a nearby race. This wasn't a race. This was just, they have this huge, this is a huge bicycle community. I mean, they're just crazy for bicycles here. It's unbelievable. But they built this huge thing of all these, dirt piles, whoop-de-doos, and kids go down there and they jump and do all kinds of tricks and stuff. And so it's kind of fun to watch them. Some of them are really good. So she's going over a bunch of dirt piles. Just they're kind of showing off.
Okay, I saw the number. That's why I thought maybe it was great.
Well, I'm sure she races probably. So
Either that, or maybe this is a rental tag. I don't know.
Maybe. Yeah.
Well, it's great composition. You've got a beautiful blurred background with the bokeh.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah.
How do you guys feel about this little tail here? Maybe just kind of clawing it off above this
Yeah.
little piece here. Yeah.
Looked like the look of the feel of the shirt blowing back there, although it took a minute to figure out what it was.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I would take some of them off, though. Maybe
Yeah.
like a little bit here. Yeah. Nice. Where's this?
Oh,
this is down by the bus station. It's a kinetic piece of art. This is an iPhone photo,
Mhm.
and
Very nice.
I went into I downloaded some of those new in Photoshop. They have some of those new skies, and so this is one of the, I don't know, dramatic skies or something, and replace. I had a nice sky anyway, but I just wanted to try the new skies out, so
Yeah.
I downloaded it.
That's sci-fi. Yeah.
yeah.
Now, was the sunburst in the original shot?
The sunburst was in the original shot, and then I did mess with it a little bit, but it was in the original shot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
but
nice.
I liked it.
Yeah, the sky replacement does a real nice job of masking around it and all this little stuff here.
Yeah.
But I'm guessing maybe some of this was from before, because, maybe not. Yeah, that looks like it matches. Wow. Nice.
Very
Very
good.
nice. Yeah.
It's quite a large piece, actually.
Yeah, that was my next question. I was just wondering if it was like a close shot with the iPhone 100 or if this thing was massive.
Yeah, I just got right up underneath it, and I had my thumb in the original picture. I had to Photoshop my thumb out of
Done that a few times.
it.
Yeah. Easy to do with that little bitty lens. Very
But
nice.
at least there's no issue with leaving the lens cap on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, I was searching for something the other day, and they were showing these covers for iPhones where you can put it right over the lens. Kind of neat
Yeah.
to protect it, because it might make sense. Anyway, I digress.
Nice.
Nice.
That's-
This is, I was also walking downtown. This is the museum, and I just it has this cool curved wall, and I just walked right up to it with the iPhone and
Oh, it's straight up. Nice.
shot straight up. Yeah.
Yeah, really good.
Is this a reflection or?
No, that's a seam between the
or
windows.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just some little quick fixes are these little guys you can get rid
Yeah.
of the heartbeat. Yeah, but that looks great.
Mm.
And did you gradiate this off, or was that natural?
Yes, I did gradate that quite a bit. I messed around with it a bit, and the sky didn't look exactly like that, and the colors are not true or anything. So
Yeah, that's really nice. Good stuff, and no birds.
no birds this week. I took about 1,000 birds this week, so
Yeah,
I didn't hardly have time for this.
good. I like this next one.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
This is this is on the patio and patio furniture, and this little guy was sitting in there. And
Oh.
Yeah.
That's
Very,
really cool.
very,
That is
Yeah.
very,
cool.
very nice. Yeah.
Let's zoom in on this guy a little bit. Yeah,
this is also iPhone
Yeah.
iPhone shot as well.
yeah,
Hmm.
very fun.
I like it.
Oh, yeah.
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 Yeah, works out a lot. Very graphic.
Yeah. And I darkened it down quite a bit, and then kind of highlighted where he was at, basically.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Turned out well, James.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
that's
just kind of
that's really nice.
it's kind of fun just to mess around with your iPhone sometimes.
Well, I mean, you get all this inorganic patterning, and then you have the heartbeat right there in the middle. So yeah.
Mhm.
Now, who was it that said that? You always want to include something with a heartbeat in your picture?
Well, or
Yeah.
a heartbeat.
What do you guys think about maybe blurring this a little more? Yeah,
Blur it more, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, that'd be easy to do.
sure.
You fall right into this.
Yeah, sure do. Nice work. Keep it up.
All
Yeah.
right.
Okay,
Thank you.
Kim, I haven't seen you in a while. Let's see what you got. Oh, no birds, just feathers, huh?
Right.
Where's the word?
That
But
the background is actually the bottom of a bird bath.
yeah.
So that's
Oh.
not the texture that I've added. That is the color of a bird bath. There's water in there, and the feather was floating. It just the colors
Oh.
all caught my eye.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you can see the bubbles here. Let's zoom in on this.
And then there's bubbles on the end of it. Yeah.
Yeah,
I like the effect.
Yeah.
that's fun.
Yeah, I took out a few black spots, spots in the bird bath that were a little too big. So I cloned those out. But between the feather and then the reflection or the shadow of the feather against that yellow bottom, it just was really caught my eye.
Nice one, Kim.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know if you could bring anything down on this. It looks pretty blown out. I don't think there might.
Yeah, I brought the highlights down a bit, and it didn't seem to change it that much.
Yeah, yeah. In this case, you could grab little bits and pieces of some of these and just kind of wisp them in.
Okay.
Yeah, and then just clone this guy out, and I think you're good to go. That'd be a real nice shot. And maybe a subtle gradation, up and down, leave a band of light across there. Not necessarily centered. I'd kind of off center it. Make this one a little more subtle than the top one. I think let's do that real quick. What we do? I guess we can use Photoshop. Where is my Photoshop?
If it updated, who knows?
Yeah, no kidding. Where'd it go? Yeah, actually, it did update. So,
Yeah, usually does away with
that
your
was
icon
weird.
and you have to load it again.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Find it real quick here. That was bizarre. All right. What are we at here? 21. Huh? Okay. Yeah, it updated and I haven't opened it since. Okay, well, first thing I'm going to do is move that where it's supposed to be. Come on. I guess it won't do it. All right, let's move you over here. There we go. All right. Okay. I'm just going to anchor it to the top. So I got area to work around if we need to do anything. I'm going to duplicate it just for grins and let's go to our old friend Camera Raw. So I like the masking in that. All right, we'll grab this little gradient here and let's just pull one from the top. And
Oh, okay. Just even that little bit, sure.
yeah. So let's see here. Maybe we'll keep the whites up a little, take the shadows and the blacks down a bit. Something like that. And then
Yeah, that's good.
let's just move it a bit. Somewhere like that. And maybe take the exposure back up a bit. Like that. Then we'll do the same thing on the bottom. Maybe to about here. Or maybe we'll just make it a little more severe and move it up a little more. Maybe something like that. Yeah, I think that could work. So if you actually, I don't mind it on the whites on the feather, but I think I'm going to bring some of this back. So let me turn this overlay off. I'm going to grab this brush up here, and if I hold the Option key down or the Alt on the PC, that makes it a negative. And I'm going to make this size real small. And bring the flow up about midway. All right, so now I'm just going to brush this back here.
Okay.
And if somewhere on here is auto mask. Yeah, right here. You leave auto mask on, you don't have to worry about your edges so much. Just every time you click on an area with a new color, or you go to an area with a new color, just click again. And then that way it'll pretty much auto mask it out. It's kind of nice. So there's your before, there's your after. Now you got some depth to it.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oof.
Now the other thing you might want to try is just to go over here. Boy, where'd my brush tool go? I hate when they update things. You can never find anything. All right. I want to turn off the gradiated filter. It's not letting me do it. Let's see here. All right. Well, what I was going to do, let's just come out of this, come in again. Maybe we'll find it. Okay. I'll just duplicate it in case we get in trouble. Okay. No, it's still right there. I don't see the brush. Yeah, there should be a brush over here for
Isn't
local.
it right up there to the right?
Oh, I see. Yeah, your picture of you guys talking was on it.
Yeah.
I should have moved that. Anyway, there it is. Okay, so we take that brush tool and I'm going to make it a little smaller. Yeah, I'm just going to put the mask on. Just go over this white area here. Click it every time I move over, so it's just hitting the white stuff.
Okay.
All right, if you want to see it, yeah, it's a little too subtle.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it full. So there we go. See how it auto masks pretty nicely? Just put that little X in the center over what you want to color. There we go. Okay, let me turn that off now so we can see. And let's try taking the highlights down again. I don't want them too muddy. Try the whites. And then I want to take the saturation way up and maybe warm it up a bit. That might help. Yeah, there we go. Let's see if the tint does anything. Yeah, tint makes it a little redder.
Uh-huh.
So that helps. If you want to make it a little brighter so it separates, you can play it with the highlights. Let's just zero in on that so you can see a little better. There you go. So we yeah, so that's without, that's with.
Okay.
Yeah, you can even take it down a little bit more, I guess. Anyway. So that would be what I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it does make it.
So you'd be changing it from that to that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, let's hide that. Go to the next one. Move you over.
This is an old Catholic church of Manistee, Michigan. The church has not been used in I don't know how many years now. They're trying to raise funds to turn it into a museum. So it's really, some of it's really getting into a state of disrepair, as you can see that. And it's the, I was going for the clock, the old wooden clock face up there. Sky was really just flat, so I actually added a texture to for the sky. Matched everything, and it just kept the matte texture on the sky. And the stars are actually, they are blue. They're not blue from the texture because I removed all the mask from that.
Okay. What are your thoughts about maybe lightening this clock a bit so your eye goes to it? Or darkening this texture area? Which do you think would work better?
Yeah, it was just a really kind of gloomy gray day, so there wasn't a whole lot of sun going on anything.
Yeah, you work in Luminar or Topaz? I can't remember.
Topaz.
Topaz, all right.
Is it tilting?
Yeah, it looks like it's a little.
It looks, you know, and in Lightroom, I kept playing with that, with the vertical and horizontal, the adjustments,
Yeah, this side.
transform, and nothing was
Yeah,
nothing was coming out the way I wanted it.
yeah, this side's out of kilter and this side.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It just, no matter what I did, if I,
You can deal with that and just store it.
uh-huh,
Photoshop pretty easy. I think I've showed you that before. But, yeah, let's move you over here. All right, so we're just gonna add a basic adjustment, and I'm just looking at the clock. So maybe make it a little brighter, a little more clarity. Bring up the highlights just a bit, shadows down a bit. Okay, and then I'm going to get a mask, and the mask is up here on the actual layer. I'm going to take a brush and leave it 100%. So we're just going to paint that, and it's backwards from what you normally think, like with camera raw. When you
mhm,
highlight in red, it would be positive, but here it's negative. So if you grab these three little buttons here, you just hit invert. It's easier than painting the whole thing. So you just paint the area you want and then invert it. Now you see it's white and everything else is black. All right, so now you go back to your little aperture here.
increase
And
the exposure.
You can
Okay,
adjust
Oh, yeah.
it a little more with seeing how it's actually playing against the rest of the image. There we go. So I think that might be enough.
Yeah.
Bring it up.
Oh, yeah.
And then I would add my usual precision contrast and precision detail.
yeah, and I did precision detail on this. I didn't do contrast, but I did do the detail.
Usually I'll do contrast first.
Okay,
And I'm going to take this mask and I'm going to copy it. And then I'm going to go to my contrast and click on that and I'm going to paste it. Then you'll have to do it twice.
okay,
All right, hit the little mountains here, and now we can see what's going on. So I gotta go way overboard, and then back it off. All right, but take the height down just a hair, and then let's see what happens if we maybe give it a hair shadow up the midtones of hair, and bring the highlights down a little bit. Then you've got these equalizations. You can kind of look at those and see if any of those are any better. Usually I leave it on medium. Okay. And then again, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go to precision detail. And we're going to tap that mask. And it's still in copy mode. So you just hit paste again and it's there. So you don't have to go copy it again. All right. And then in that particular mode, I would maybe take the medium up a bit. Yeah, I think that's probably enough. It might be too much. All right. There you go.
okay. Didn't know you could do the copy and paste with the mask. That's great to know.
Yeah, it makes it nice.
Yeah,
The other thing you can do, what I do is in my looks, I'll save like precision detail and contrast. And then when I add it, it's in a folder. And you
uh-huh,
can mask the folder, so it'll mask both of them.
Oh, okay.
It'll save you a step, but
sure.
yeah, it also saves you the steps of getting both of them. But yeah, that's one thing you can do. And then with this sky, well, I don't know, maybe you just might want to gradate the whole thing a little bit and see what happens. So let's just maybe get another basic and just looking at the top. So then I'm gonna the mask here. And instead of a brush, I'll use a gradation.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna invert it because somewhere here you can turn it around. I guess, yeah, just grab the plus side here. Let me get this a little more drastic so we see what's going on. Oh, okay. Yeah, there we go. Well, I don't want to do that. I think I'm just going to pull out the highlights because I want to, and the white levels a little bit. What I'm trying to do is take that background down a little bit,
Uh-huh.
but I don't want to have the issue with the clock getting the treatment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the mask. Okay. And I'm going to get a brush. And I'm going to use black and just knock it out. There we go.
Ah, okay.
So you can see what that's doing. Yeah, maybe I might want to bring this roof back a little bit too. So if I go back in that mask and I hit the brush and then I make it a little more transparent so it's not fully knocking it out, we can go and see what that's doing. So, yeah, that's a little better. Okay, so that's your before. Oops, I have to get out of mask to do before and after. There's your before and after.
Yeah, okay.
That brings your eye to it.
Well,
And then as far as straightening it,
yeah, I played around in Lightroom with that, and man,
yeah, well, I don't have a Lightroom in it. I probably don't want to take the time to import it, so let's just double click it right now. Oh, it doesn't let me do that anymore. Okay. What's going on here? Oh, there it is. All right. Does let me do it. I just didn't see the window. Okay, so now we've made it a window rather than a background. With Control T for transform. And if we right click anywhere inside here, you get all your transform tools. We hit distort this upper corner, hold the shift key down so it restrains it to 90 degrees. And there you go. If you want to have something against to look at, just go to view and you can put on grid somewhere in here. Where is it?
Is that under show?
It's under
Yeah.
view. Yeah, maybe show. Yeah, you're right. There it is.
oh, there it is.
Okay.
Red. Okay.
Yeah, so there we go. Now it's on. And then this way, you may want to hold it, shift key down again, and maybe. It's snapping to here, so you want to turn this snap off, so you got a little free range. Yeah, it still feels like it's snapping. Let's see here. Snap to none. All right. How's it doing it? No, that's better. Okay. Yeah, I think it's a little straighter.
Okay.
And then you may want to hold your shift key and then let's go back to just transform and retransform. Grab a corner, hold your shift and your option or alt so it goes from the center. You may want to make it just a hair bigger or smaller so that you can cover your area, and then you can move it around. center where you need it. And then down here, you can do content aware fill or clone it or whatever you want to do there.
Okay.
Take care of it. Okay. Thanks, Steve. I had a senior moment there. That guy.
Oh, they keep shifting stuff around.
That too. Yeah, I'm used to having it just be in shuffle.
Yeah.
Geez, that must have been Photoshop 4 when it was over there. Anyway,
I think they just like to do that once in a while to.
yeah, just to get you back on your toes or make you read the manual. Okay.
This is down at the beach in Manistee, obviously. The one nice night of the week where we have a sunset. And these colors are straight out of the camera. I have not, other than cropping this to make it more of a pano view and cropping out some of the beach, I brought up the clarity just a little and the shadows just a bit, but I wanted to keep everything in more of a silhouette. But the colors of the sky, that's what it was like.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, very nice. Yeah.
Yeah, nice and linear. It's telling a story.
And that's actually a cruise boat that is coming in. Hey, Jim Bowman, it's actually used to be down in Ludington, and they moved up to Manistee this spring.
What kind of a cruise? What kind of a cruise? But I know it's not whale watching. So I mean,
They're calling it a cruise, but basically a sunset cruise.
Oh,
Or
okay.
during the day, they're just
Booze
going up
cruise,
and
that's
down
what
the
it is.
shoreline.
a booze cruise. Yeah.
Yeah, a booze cruise. Yeah.
That's
There were a lot of people on it because it was the first night of the week that the weather was good that they could get out on it.
Yeah.
Are you now up in Manistee?
No, we just went up to visit. We got back this past Tuesday.
Yeah, there's a lot of people up there. Okay. All righty. Well, I wouldn't do anything with that one.
Yeah, I love the pastels
Yeah, it's wonderful.
here too. Yes.
And then I took a little different take on our lighthouse that I always take pictures of, and I excluded the lighthouse, getting more of the pier and just the colors that were reflecting off the lake.
Yeah.
It just the reds, because the lake was just so still.
Nice reflection. Yeah.
And where's,
And I didn't really do much with the colors in this either. This is what it looked like. Just cropped it down. I had a lot of sky because I was trying to get the moon. There was, about a quarter half moon, but it was just too much sky and you couldn't really see it. So I just cropped it into a pano crop again.
and which beach is this?
This is up in Manistee, Michigan.
Manistee.
This is like Lake Michigan.
Yeah.
And then this is the North Pier, Manistee North Pier Lighthouse.
Okay, I don't recall sailing into that one. I did sail into Saugatuck and Holland quite a bit. Yeah.
Right. We're north of there.
Yeah.
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 Further, about 2 hours north of 2 to 2.5 hours, or about 2.5 hours.
They passed it on the way to Mackinac.
Yes. Yep. Very much so.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty. And I'd say this looks fine too, just the way it is. All right.
And then this is, and I don't know the name of the building. This is actually in Findlay, Ohio, and this is an iPhone shot. So I had quite a bit of the building cropped in just to get, because it's the fire escape that caught my eye. Then cropped it in and converted it to a black and white. I processed this in both Snapseed and Lightroom on my phone.
How do you find that Lightroom on your phone? I was trying that this morning. I didn't see much of a difference between that and the standard Samsung editing stuff.
You know, I don't use it a whole lot because I like Apple's editing software and I like Snapseed. So just every once in a while I'll go into Lightroom because I've been on a couple webinars where, the people doing the webinars, and of course they're probably Lightroom based, say they think the camera camera in Lightroom seems to work a little bit better, but I don't see how that can be when it's the camera or the phone.
Well, you can get a raw.
You get your raw file.
You can get a raw file.
Right.
from Lightroom.
Right.
There's a couple other apps that do it too, but that's a big advantage there.
I think I darken the bottom of this one. There's too much going on the bottom for me. So it's not
Okay.
harmonious with the rest of the image. I think I
Yeah.
darken it or crop it.
Or
Yeah,
crop it. Okay.
I was thinking that if you just cropped to bring in just the fire escape,
Right. That'd
it
be
would be a
another
tight
option.
crop, bottom, top,
You
and
just
both
crop the bottom.
sides.
Okay.
And so you just have this zigzag going up. I don't know.
Yeah, I kind of like these arches though, juxtaposed to. I suppose you could do that, not even take the bottom. You see that?
I don't know what it looked like. I was just thinking, wow, that's, it might be interesting to see.
Yeah.
Because that is such a graphic.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
that better. That's much better.
Yeah. Get rid of all the extraneous stuff.
Yeah. That other one was just noise. The rest of it was just
Mhm.
noise.
Yeah.
This has a flow and a movement to it. This is disharmonious.
Sure.
Let's just see what happens if we leave those arches in, 'cause I really like them.
I like the arches, yeah.
Yeah. Of course, you got to tug a little on this side to straighten it out, but yeah, I think the arches add to it, and
Yeah, just add to it. No, I like it.
and maybe a little air under it too. I suppose, just a little
Yeah.
bit, so you can get it. Yeah.
Give it a little bottom.
Yeah, it's amazing. The right crop can just really make a picture.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think that works. I suppose you could try it as well with this, but it might be distracting. I don't know. Okay.
No.
No, I like it underneath the first. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe a little here.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Okay, so I guess we'll go back up to the top so I don't forget you guys. Ooh, wow.
This is a real bird.
Yes.
Yeah.
You saw that on the island, right?
This
What was in
was,
the Kool-Aid?
yeah, this was just a shot of a nice, what do you call them again? I forget what you call them.
Flamingo.
Flamingo.
Flamingos, yeah. So at the zoo, and I just ran this through one of the many topaz things that are available to us, and I thought this. I thought it was pretty.
There you go.
I loved all the twirls and the amazing lines that it came up with.
But it almost looks like a disembodied flamingo head.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Head count.
Or it's a flamingo that's melting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's,
Yeah, maybe you could add a little shading along the neck here just to
okay.
bring that.
Yeah, it's separated. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
the texture in these feathers on the right there are amazing.
That's neat.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't remember which one, but it was probably one of the abstract things in topaz that I use.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, good fun.
I like it.
Thank
Yep.
you. Yeah, you'd never think it was a real bird, but it is.
Yeah.
This is just a little, I don't know why I put this one in, to be honest with you, but anyway, this is one of the shots from a new lens that I just got, and it's not a macro lens by any means, but I was quite amazed at the detail that came out in this.
Yeah.
So it was a 24 to 200. It's a kind of travel lens. That's what I bought it for,
Mhm.
and I was really blown away with how well it handled this.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can pull this detail up in here
Yeah.
more with the precision contrast, precision detail,
Okay.
and you could mask just for the B. Yeah. Maybe darken this down a little bit and get rid of these two.
Okay.
I think that'd be about it. Anybody else? All right. Let's look at water on the window.
Oh, I was going to say I was down visiting Steve, but that's not true. This was our first rain shower we had in quite a while, and it's actually
Wow.
raindrops in our front window, and the green is just the grass.
I like the big drop right here in the lower center almost.
Yeah.
That, there's a picture inside the droplet. So,
Yeah, there is. Yeah,
and at each one of them actually. So
there was. I had quite a few different ones. It's actually quite amazing the different patterns you can come up with.
yeah.
And yeah, I just thought it looked kind of cool. So.
These are starting to look like mercury.
Yeah.
This
Almost.
more like water.
Yeah, just the right sunlight on the raindrops.
I love the background effect though too.
Yeah.
Alan,
Thanks.
There's
did you use any vignetting on this?
There is a little bit of vignetting on it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There's another photographer in Chicago I know that shoots rain with an iPhone through a window, and he focuses and does street scenes where all people are out of focus, and you get the shapes and the lights and everything. He does them usually at dusk or evening, and they're pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something you might want to try.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. His name's Bill Sosin, Sosin. I don't know if he's online or not.
Oh, I love it.
Wow, that's cool.
Of course I would.
Right up Steve's alley.
I was just wondering if this was just a little bit dark or not. I don't know, but I don't mean tonally. I just mean subject-wise. But this was it's a mask that we got in Cancun 20 years ago. And
Yeah.
That's
full of
just, it looks
color.
fine. Yeah.
It's full of color, and I was just trying out some flash photography on it, and then I came across. So I did some black and white and some color, and I liked the black and white one. And this is a newspaper print and the topaz
Okay.
arrangement.
Oh, okay.
And but the whole picture, when it was all black and white, I thought it was pretty uninteresting. So, but I really loved the color at the background, you know, where that the blue is at the bottom.
Yeah.
And so I kind of merged the color and the black and white together and came up with this.
Nice effect.
And to be honest with you, that little bit of color on the ear there, that was a mistake, but I kind of liked that mistake. So
Yeah. Nice effect.
Yeah.
Now put an N95 mask behind that, Alan, and you can wear that and you can go any place you want and nobody is going to bother you at all. Okay.
it's just, yeah. It's
Is that you, Steve? I saw in the Jason hockey mask with the N95 the other day.
Yeah. That's how you walk the grocery store now. Okay?
Exactly. social distancing is not a problem.
No.
Yeah.
So my thoughts on this was, I thought it was a little bit, spooky looking, but
It's really beautiful. It really is.
Yeah, I like it too.
Yeah.
A little bit of stuff up here, I just knock out.
Yeah,
okay.
That's easy. And a little dot there. But
that really pops out.
yeah, you're
I
good.
had a flash behind it, and that's what's lighting up the lighting,
really
lighting
opened
up the
these
eye,
sockets.
Yeah,
and lighting up the cloth at the back there. And,
Yep. Yep, that works.
thanks.
oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
The aliens have landed.
Yeah.
And they are
my
us, James. Yeah.
Yeah,
What an eye.
This
Yeah.
is like, it's a tiny little hoverfly. I think it's a hoverfly anyway, but so it's a macro shot, and I have a 35 tube added in there as well. So this is really close, very close to it. Very little cropping on this image.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
I think the first thing I would do is soften this edge.
Soften that up. Okay.
Maybe take this black, just spray a little purple on it, like more like over here,
Okay.
because it's just kind of like a big dark hole over here. Yeah, that'd be about it.
Okay. Yeah. The spooky looking eyes, huh?
That is.
Yeah.
Well, the things we don't see.
Yeah, it's just as well they're small.
Good, it's small. Could do a
Okay,
lot of
so-
damage if it was big.
Yeah.
Now, is that just pieces of stuff or pollen or?
That's pollen, yeah.
Yeah. Nice. He almost looks like he's got a halo going here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe break that up just a little bit with dark.
It's amazing.
What do you think, Sandy? Darken that a bit?
Just a little in there.
Well, that-
You just do a little
Yeah.
kind of ragged, in and out. So it's not just kind of like a smooth halo there.
Okay.
Kind of goes with this more, I think, if you just
Right. Yeah.
go in and out with a little brush. Do like it about 20 or 30% with a clone brush and just kind of bring it in a little bit. Small one and with a very soft edge, and I think that'll help.
Okay.
Yeah, and then again, just blur that, bring this more purple in. I think that will bring everything right into here.
Okay. All right, I'll do it. I'll try that.
Okay,
Thank you.
you're welcome. Thanks for bringing those in.
Very, very nice.
Yeah.
Well, thanks very much.
Okay, Jim. It's autumn.
Yeah. So this was last year in the fall season, and just up by Payson and Duncan, if you know where the area is. But anyways, it's just a little remote area,
Hmm.
and just really just nothing. It's a straight shot. Maybe a little bit of color I added to the trees just to kind of bring them out a little bit more, but just a straight shot.
And this is the original sky too?
Yeah, I think so. I did it 2 years ago now, but
Yeah, before the sky replacement was so popular. Yeah,
Yeah.
because that works out very well.
Yeah, so I really don't have anything to add. Just maybe you guys can add your suggestions.
Anybody? Yeah, I kind of like the way it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, do you have topaz? Do you have luminar?
Luminar, yeah.
Okay. Luminar, you might play with it a little bit, but you could get borderline on getting too much saturation if you
Yeah.
play with it too much. But yeah, there could be some things you could do in there. There's that. Do you use AI or 4?
I think 4.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So AI has this kind of neat thing for, I think it's called accent. Let's see in a minute here. Yeah. Oh, it's called enhance. Accent is the slider, which you kind of see what that's doing. But then there's a sky enhancer too. Let's see what that does. I don't know if I'd do much with that, but yeah, that kind of gives it a little more depth. And you
Yeah,
can
I like that.
you can take here and just bring it down a little bit if you wanted to,
Hmm.
and then let's see if structure does anything. Yeah. And then of course with details you can see if you can separate some of this stuff a little bit. Let's see. Yeah, I think that helps a little bit. Now, if it gets to be, again, a little too much, you can back it off a little bit. There you go.
I think the only other thing that you could do there, James, would be, I guess those are telephone wires or
Yeah,
utility
it
wires.
was going across.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can clone those out.
Yeah,
Other than that, I think you're
But it's just, yes, really a beautiful fall picture in the mountains.
pretty well good to go there. Well, that's fun.
Oh,
so yeah, this just a decorator bike.
Yeah.
So yeah, just regular shot, but then I added this in Topaz. I added this smudge and the AI. What do they call it? I forget. Oh, remix.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so that's kind of give it that different colored background.
oh,
Mhm.
Because it was before, it was just a straight plain tan background, and I just thought this would be give
Yeah.
it more
Very
pizzazz.
nice, very nice.
I like it. It's fun.
Mhm.
Yeah. I think Sandy, going back to Warhol, I think Warhol died way too soon because I can't even imagine what he would have done with what's available today.
Right.
Yeah.
This would be great wall art, James. It really would be. It's beautiful.
Yep, it's very nice.
Mhm.
Good.
Yeah. Very nice.
It's interesting because, like, to me, it's sort of it's okay, but
I don't know if you can straighten it up a little bit so the lines are parallel,
right.
flanking on the wall.
Yeah.
Whether
Right.
that would make any difference or not, because it looks like the ones at the bottom are horizontal.
Right. Yeah.
And maybe it's just the way they put the siding on. I have no idea.
Yeah.
I kind of like it.
I like it the way it is.
Not being so straight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder what it would look like if that would be like a very dark background, with a red bike. Just make it pop a little bit more. But just to try it, I'm not sure.
That's a very striking effect that you achieved there, Jim.
Good. Thank you.
Yeah.
I surprised myself because it's really interesting how, like I don't think of it as a really great image, but I'm glad that you guys liked it.
Yeah, it's very good.
Mhm.
It gives me hope that,
And want to become more adventurous.
right.
Yeah. Push
There
the
you go.
envelope a little more.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Yeah, so this is the channel in Ludington, and I'm still here. This was last week. And so we had a number of boats out, and
Yes.
I added the birds to it, and but I just I like the backlit nature, and then the just kind of like off in the distance.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost like a mist on the horizons.
Yeah, the original is a crisp image, but I just felt like this kind of gives it an ethereal like feel, you know, like
Yes.
a dreamy quality.
Mhm.
Very painterly.
Yeah. That works.
Looks like the horizon is tilted down to the left a little, but then you've got the masts of the boat tilting to the right. So to
Right,
me, this looks better than if you'd straightened the horizon.
Yeah.
right.
The horizon itself, I think, looks straight. This almost
Yeah.
looks like a breakwall.
Yeah, the breakwater is the breakwall
Oh,
is
yeah.
crooked.
Yeah. Which may be because it's off on an angle or something.
Yeah, it is. It's at an angle.
Usually they set them on an angle to the wave. Yeah, very nice. I like the little halos around these guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes it is distracting, but in this case, I think it works. Okay.
Okay, this is the harbor in Ludington as well. And just a few little, it's about 9 o'clock at night and everybody's just getting back in.
Was this over the weekend with that full moon?
Yeah,
Yeah, it was quite a beauty this weekend.
Nice.
yeah. I changed the color temperature. It was like more orange,
Mhm.
but I like the silvery nature of this particular version.
Mhm. Yeah, on this one, I'd probably change up the horizon to
Yeah.
be a little straighter.
Right.
Did
Yeah.
you get any pictures where you actually exposed for the moon that you could maybe pull in a little detail?
Right. Yeah, I suppose that could have been done. Yeah.
Yeah, or you might have some older ones. You just kind of ghosted in a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
Nice. Okay. Well, this
It's not Michigan.
No, not Michigan. No, but it was a trip that I took before I went to Michigan, and this just it's up and on the way to Lake. What is it? Lake Roosevelt.
Oh yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, it is a nice area up there.
So that's pretty much it too.
Yeah, I think that
That's
works on its own too. Again, you could play in topaz with detail contrast, just to bring a little bit more texture in here.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do anything out here in the sky.
Nice image, Jim. I like that.
I like it.
Yeah. You took some pictures of that Indian room near Lake Roosevelt too, didn't you, Jim? At one point.
Yes. You mean Cochise?
Yeah. Yeah, the one
Yeah.
with the steep walk up. Yeah,
Right,
yeah,
right.
yeah. That was kind of interesting. We did that, but it was like the end of May, and it was so hot getting up and down. But once we got up there, it was
Yeah.
nice because you.
That's why I spend winters there.
But I could see why they built them into the side there. It was quite a bit cooler once you got out of the sun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
very nice. Okay, thanks for bringing those in.
Sure.
Okay, so we did Jim and Kim. I guess we got Steve and Wendell left.
I'm just shooting studio again this week a lot, but this is just a piece of petrified wood that I've got.
Mhm.
So I just like the polished surface and the grain of the wood itself. So
Keeps you out of the heat, at least.
it does that.
Mhm. Yeah, that's quite a bit of texture in it.
That was just side lit, probably more of a downward angle, but
Mhm.
to pop
Yep.
that out.
Could I suggest something?
Sure.
Sandy, if you could zoom in and just get the wood only more. Keep going. Like there. Well, not that far. Back a little bit.
You say crop out the extraneous, yes.
Yep.
Let's
Right.
focus on the pattern.
I hit the space bar to move it, and it started moving through the images. Yeah, that could be fun.
And that could be done with a lot of trouble.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That makes a cool pattern. That just.
Well, and I just see, like all kinds of I see a bird, I see a jumping whale, I see it's just all kinds of interesting images in a real abstract.
Yeah.
I'll give that a shot on that one.
Yeah. And you have topaz, Steve? I can't remember.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you can do precision and contrast and detail and really bring this stuff up nicely. Mhm. Yeah, I agree with Jim. I think coming in tighter would be fun.
Yeah, give it a shot.
Okay. Aha.
And
Oh,
this
Wow.
I just call this one death and paint by numbers.
Paint by numbers.
This was a guy, we'd gone out to Canoa Ranch to do a little walk around out there, and coming up the hill towards the Anza Trail from the parking lot in front of the gates. This guy was crawling across that path. He was being accompanied by a bird. The bird was walking him across that path, kind of teasing him, I guess, trying to lead him away from maybe a nest or something. I don't know. But I took a picture of him. There's a sign up there, construction sign. The sign is just a bit over 2 feet wide. And in one shot that I got of him or her, whatever it was, I kind of estimate the length of this one to be about 4 feet.
wow.
So he saw me, I saw him. He stopped when I got a little closer, and he was like full stretch except for this bend in his neck. So I got down on my knees to shoot him,
Oh,
and then just took that into topaz, and I think it was colorful treetops or something. It's just the effect that I used on it.
Yeah, it's some real nice, warm and cool.
Yeah.
It's in the shed.
Like that reflective light that underneath the neck there.
But quite a beautiful animal. And that, I think the one that was in the backyard that gave me the surprise last week was about the same size.
Yeah.
Because I was counting the stripes on the tail, not the rattles, but they looked, I should say, pretty similar. They had both probably molted 7 or 8 times. So, but yeah, I don't know, Kim. I walked out to fill the hummingbird feeders last week and heard the hiss and the rattle. And it was probably about 6 feet from me off to the left. But I did the primate backflip and bunny hop. Okay?
The bunny, yeah.
As soon as I heard it, I was on my way backwards. No turnaround, just keep moving backwards.
Yeah.
So I located him against the rocks and stuff. And then I went and got my snake grabber out of the shed and grabbed him and gently put him on the other side of the wall. So, and he took off.
Doing the
You have
Humpty.
a snake grabber.
Yeah, it's spring-loaded jaws
Wow.
that the pole is about.
Is it 20 feet long?
No, it's about 4.5 feet long. So,
Yeah, 20 would be more comfortable for me.
but he just wanted to be left alone. It was
Yeah.
just like, you know. So,
Steve, the one that was under our feeder, I didn't even I didn't see it till I actually had lifted a feeder off the shepherd's hook
oh wow.
and so I had reached over it
Yeah.
and I didn't see it till I was putting the feeder on the ground to fill it when I spotted it. It didn't move, it didn't make a noise, it was just curled up, it
Wow.
was really strange. And
Yeah.
when the fire department came to take it, even the fella that came to get it, he goes, "Oh, this is a big one. I hope I don't piss it off." It didn't put up any kind of fight for him
Yeah.
either. So I
Yeah.
have a feeling it must have just eaten and was lying there happily
Probably. Yeah.
digesting its meal.
Yeah.
I had a similar episode. There was a couple of years ago, we were remodeling and we had some wood debris out on the driveway, and I went to pick some up and get it out of the way, and there was about a 2 by 2 foot piece of plywood, and I pulled it up a little, looked under it, I didn't see anything, and put my hand down under it. I went to pick it up, and as I'm picking it up, I see about that size in a nice little dish. And
Yeah.
he kind of looks at me, and yeah, it was cold. It was in the morning. It was like
Uh-huh.
he just kind of looked at me like, "I won't bother you if you don't bother me."
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Scared the heck out of me.
But I just thought this was a beautiful headshot of this guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
nice.
But yeah,
Well,
this,
that-
this is good to see, because I have shots of him, maybe a little more abstract with it because it looks pretty mundane.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. Good idea. Thanks. All right. These guys are around lately.
Yeah, this was down at Tumacacary, inside the museum structure, but it was up on the ceiling.
Oh,
So I pulled the shot and then took it into Photoshop and just carved him out and put him in a black
yeah.
background.
Uh-huh.
But I said it's the QAnon moth, okay? Because, well, yeah, I guess you could construe that as Q's, or maybe there are apostrophes on the wings.
Oh, sure.
Or maybe it's so hippie and it's paisley.
Yeah. So not a lot done with this one. I think probably took it into Topaz and did a little clear AI, and that's probably about it, actually. I just love the colors.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
Yeah. It's a beauty.
looks like one of your mirror image shots
Yeah.
too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're quite lovely, though.
Nice one.
And all of these are almost, well, the next two are just total constructs. This, I couldn't resist putting the 5-cent mark on this. Because it looks so much like a stamp, I had to do it.
Oh.
So this is the Pegasus sculpture at the airport, taken into Topaz, and the blue effect, I think, put on it. Then back into Photoshop, where I put in a black background and then took that black background into neural filters and did a colorization on it. And that's what you see in the background.
Oh, wow.
It was pure black, and the colorization created all that patterning.
Huh.
Hmm. Very cool.
And I thought, I'm just going to go ahead and put a 5-cent mark on that. Just, now I have to find something to perforate the edges and I'll be fine. I'll be happy.
Yeah, so take a picture of a stamp with
That's what I
scallops
think.
on the edge.
Yeah, I think I'm going to scan one in.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I would probably I'm assuming this 5 cents on its own layer. Maybe you could just take a mask and beat up the edges a little bit so it blends in a little more.
Sure.
So yeah, right now it looks like it's kind of floating on there.
I think I use a 3D effect of that. So yeah.
Yeah, I see the drop shot. Yeah, and the sides and stuff. But yeah, still, I just kind of
Yeah.
bring those little dots in and around it a little bit.
I was just amazed by what the filter did to the black background.
Oh yeah, it's kind of interesting.
Oh, I'm going to have to go, guys.
Well, this next one's for
Yeah,
your
well,
This next one's for your
See
grandkids.
you next
Alan.
time.
Bye. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, Alan.
That's for your grandkids, Alan, right there. Okay. That's pig. That's the Muppets, Pigs in Space. Yeah.
Pigs in space.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks a lot. See you later.
Yeah.
Now the pig is a glass sculpture, so taken head on, of course. The planets are something that I pulled out of my rendering programs. So, but I just thought, yeah, somebody might be able to use that for their grandkids or something.
What might be fun is to put a little teeny drop shadow from him.
Okay.
The planet.
A little tiny one, yeah.
Yeah, so he's like
Yeah.
way forward.
But the lighting turned out quite coincidentally to be almost the same
Yeah.
on the renderings as it did on the pig itself.
Mhm. Yeah.
So just fun and games this week.
Yeah.
Well, when you
Okay.
conceptualize compositing, if it isn't already shot, that's always something to look at, is which way the lighting's coming from,
Yeah.
what kind of color balance the image has, and so on. Well, you can affect color balance pretty easily, a lot easier than changing the lighting. And you can always flip it. Well, not always. It depends on whether it has type in it or it looks odd flipping it for whatever reason. So yeah, if you can preconceive it before you shoot it, it's always nice. Yeah.
So that's my contribution to the fun and games this week.
Well, there you go. Thanks.
Sure.
Okay, Wendell.
Hey,
Oops, let me close that again.
all right.
Oops, I closed that.
Sandy had asked for more pictures of Victor, Colorado, so here's a bunch of them.
Yeah, let me get them all here. Close that. Start over again. There we go. Ah, I guess that one wants to be on its own. Okay, so let's do this. So let's just close these for a minute and just look at this one by itself and go from there. Okay, Wendell.
All right, these are all copied from slides of 20, 25 years ago. And this one was an old mine structure in Victor, Colorado. I don't know if it's the old Independence mine or not. That's one of the famous ones, but anyway, it's I like the sunset behind it. Now, I don't know how you're seeing yours on the laptop, and the sky color is not as good as it was on the my desktop monitor. So I don't know if you're getting any of the orange in the sky back there.
Yeah, it's all kind of muted colors. You know, it's not that saturated, but yeah, there's some nice orange and purples going through here, and then
Okay.
some purple here.
Yeah, that's good. That's the way it actually was. I didn't really do too much with this one. And I did try to see if some of the detail of the dark areas would come up, but it didn't. So I just left it in and left that one little window up there at the top to add a little focus point. This was part of a sunset trip I made up there to take pictures.
Yeah. Good time of day to be up there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're going to see some more unusual lighting on the later one.
Yeah, let me close that one and go back to the other ones. Yeah.
Okay.
Go away. Behave yourself.
This is one of the old mine buildings there, old rusty corrugated metal siding on it. And I cropped it down a lot from the original picture, but it was such intense colors. I'm pretty sure I used a polarizer to get the dark sky,
Yeah.
but I just looked at it as like a modern art abstract, not really a picture of what it is, just shapes and lines and colors. And I thought about taking that little streak of white off up at the top, but then decided it was there originally, so I'd leave it in.
No, I like it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, maybe with topaz, you could just kind of get a little more dimension to that corrugated.
oh, yeah.
Let's just grab my precision contrast and detail and see what we got here.
That little white thing at the top looks like a, a lightning rod that that got hit and it's now fell over.
Well, could be. I thought maybe it's some sort of a paint spill, but I don't know what they'd been painting up there.
Or a pretty prolific bird.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so there's the one, here's the other.
I apologize, but I have to leave. I have an appointment, so.
All right.
See you next week. All
See you
right.
next time.
See you next week, James.
Yep.
All right,
good photos.
Jim. Have a good one.
Yeah, now this is probably a little too strong. So again, you can go up to here, and nice thing having them in a folder, you can take them both at the same time, just take them down a bit. Maybe something like that. Yeah, maybe even a little less. There you go. Now I guess I would probably look at 100% and see if it's affecting the grain in your sky, and if it is,
Yeah.
down. If it's not, let it be. Yeah, let's see. Well, yeah, it doesn't look like it's doing a whole lot to the grain, so I think you're okay. So, yeah, I think that helps it out just a little bit. Before and after. Okay.
These are all just done in Photoshop this week.
Okay. Ah, I remember that.
Oh, that's nice.
This was right out of the original slide. It was this yellow and red. The sun was just about to go down. You can tell from the shadows on the front of the buildings, but this is downtown Victor. And I don't know if this was like a theater or if it was the town hall, but pretty impressive building. And all these date back to about 1900, because I discovered gold there in 1891, and that's what really started the town. And it's got a lot of interesting old buildings in addition to the mines. It looks like everything here is thought about being remodeled. I don't know if they were actually doing anything, but it's like all needed work. But again, this is 20, 25 years ago, so maybe it's different now.
Hopefully it's not like Cripple Creek.
Yeah, as far as I know, it isn't. They stayed away from gambling, but
Yeah. Yeah, kind of looked like Branson, Missouri when I pulled in there. with all the,
Oh, yeah.
all the tour buses and the old lady sitting at the slot machines.
Yep.
Yeah, kind of depressing. A little different than when I was back in college and going up there. Yeah, very nice. Yeah, that's a
Victor Records, wow.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was probably the record. Yeah, that's probably the recorder office, right?
Well, actually,
Or was it a
here it
paper?
is. It was the newspaper.
Yeah, it was a paper. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Victor Record, okay.
well, yeah, I'd wondered if they'd named the paper after the RCA Victor Records, but I don't think so because I looked back and the Victor machine recording company or whatever was only founded in 1901. And this building was probably built about that time. So I suspect they wouldn't have known that. And RCA didn't come into the picture till later. So I'm guessing this is really a serious name for the newspaper, but it only ran from like 1896 to 1896 to 1904 or something like that. So it wasn't apparently long-lived. But anyway, I had to do what Sandy was talking about on the distort. The lines were going all over the place on this because I was slightly off center, and then everything was skewed. So I had to pull and push in corners, and I managed to get everything pretty much squared up so it looked better. And that's about all I did, except lightened up the door a little bit to make it more of a focal point. That's the original color off the slide too, for the redness.
That late afternoon sunset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe they went with a serious name because they were probably used to the gold and the assayer's office and all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Very good.
Okay. This is in St. Elmo, Colorado, a little semi-ghost town. It's the town hall, which shows up in a lot of pictures around Colorado and calendars and so forth. But I worked it into Photoshop and did a little adjustment, but not much. My regret is I didn't get more of it, more area around the building in my slide, but this is all I had to work with. So it wasn't a matter of cropping it down for this. But anyway, that's a neat building and a neat little town. So
It's interesting the way they split these windows and not the center ones.
oh yeah, I don't know
Give it a little.
the reason for that. Maybe they broke something.
Who knows?
Had to fix it with what they could.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hadn't noticed that before. They don't have the horizontal bar in the
Yeah.
one panel.
And then they've got the old trees and
Yeah.
for railings.
Yeah, straight lodgepole pine
Yeah.
railing.
Wow. Interesting. Well, that brings back some memories. Thanks.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. Did I miss anybody?
Well, I guess you're the only one left.
I guess I'm it. Okay. Start playroom here. I got into some older buildings and lighthouses myself this week.
Hmm.
I got one more shot of Seattle too. I'll show you real quick and we'll go from there. So this is just as we're pulling into the
Oh, wow.
harbor of
Yeah.
Seattle. Yeah. iPhone again. The only problem I find with iPhone sometimes is the highlights really blow out, even though you got everything else in nice exposure. But it is what it is. If it was something I wanted to print, I would probably ghost some of these other windows into here and clone them out, fill that in lately. Work on it a bit. Same here. But yeah, it was really, really a tranquil day. The water was just calm as can be. A little bit of wind ripple.
Really crisp.
Yeah.
I'm noticing the mural on the side of the building over here on the far left or far right-hand side
Mhm.
picks up all the detail.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't get that view very often. That's
No.
a unique view.
Yeah. Yeah. I showed a big long panorama I did last week, which was nice, but it wasn't as detailed as this.
Yeah, I was wondering about your panorama. It must have been very calm water, because I would think trying to make a panorama if the boat were rolling a bit.
Yeah, it's surprising as much as the compensated for it, because yeah, the boat was moving and it was rolling a bit, but it just locked it right in all the way across.
Oh, yeah,
Amazing. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Go back and find that when we're done here. This was in Lafayette, Louisiana. They had a little bitty town that they reconstructed from moving different older buildings from around the state into this one area. This was just the well they had there. That was kind of interesting. Again, it's another iPhone shop.
Very cool.
I'm thinking maybe grading this sky down a little bit. Other than that, I think it's looking all right. Any other ideas? Okay. And this was a house for the lighthouse keeper. I'll show you the lighthouse next. And this was at the upper end of Cape Hatteras, the Outer Banks area.
Oh, okay.
A nice, interesting feel to it. I'm guessing that standing metal seam roof was new.
Mhm.
It works well with solar
Yeah.
structure.
Yeah. You got nice light on kind of the modeling from the shadows on the side
Mm-hmm.
and toned it down a little.
Yeah. Yeah, otherwise that would have been really glaring. Yeah. I like all this little thatched infill they got. I'm guessing they had a back porch or something back here.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that's the lighthouse. This is just maybe about a 30-minute drive north of Kill Devil Hill. Where the right.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. This is Corona or Corona
I think so.
town. Yeah. I got some pictures from there
Uh-huh.
a couple of years ago.
Ah, okay. Yeah, this is from last spring. And
Oh,
this is on the island that you go south of on the ferry to get to. I can't remember. I can never pronounce it correctly. But let's go look it up real quick here.
Was that Ocracoke?
That's it. Yeah.
oh,
I always say Okokoki or whatever.
okay.
Okokok, that's
It's a pretty island.
it is. With the wild horses. Yeah. It's a band in a little corral when I was there.
I like the white picket fence coming across.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that made the shot.
Nice sky.
Yeah. It was just before it started raining. So
Yeah, nice dramatic sky.
yeah. And then this is the one right as you come across the bridge in the center of the island.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why they call it the graveyard of the Atlantic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like a lighthouse every 20 feet. I mean, it's just to keep the boats off the shoals, you know?
Yeah. I did shoot the one at Hatteras, but with the diagonal stripes going up it, but
Yeah,
it had scaffolding and construction stuff around it, which on the bottom, which was too bad. But it's the way it is sometimes. It was the same when I was in Washington, the Jefferson Memorial, they had scaffolding on half of it. So what are you going to do? But pretty amazing construction of these.
yeah.
And this one was on the little peninsula that's on the east side of the bay from Galveston. And it was another kind of unglorious day as far as lighting and so forth. So this one I played around with in Luminar. That's what I came up
Oh, yeah, that added.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that punches it up.
quite as ever.
with. Big difference. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, the sky fits with foreground too. If you'd done a nice bright sky or something, it wouldn't have worked with the dark foreground, but this stormy sky does.
Yeah. Just amazing the way when you replace these skies, the way it masks around everything. And then I lost all the wires, which was good. There was telephone wires. I would have probably cloned those out anyway. So that works out nice, but yeah, it's quite a difference. Yeah, you can see the wires here. They just kind of drew come along here. And this was just kind of black, not much to it. So did quite a bit. I
that's amazing.
went in and did some gradation here and shifted it more blue, brought it down a bit to kind of go with the dark sky, and I left this a little warm here. So kind of a hint that maybe it was starting to get a little bit toward clearing up with some sun. Oh, this bird was kind of flying out of the picture. I was thinking of cloning it out. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I hadn't even noticed it till you
Yeah.
mentioned it, so.
Yeah, I saw it on the original, but well, that's the heartbeat in the picture, I guess.
True. That's true.
Well, of course, if you cropped in from the left, you could just move the bird over
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, no, that's full. Oh no, I did. When I straightened it out, it cropped a bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there was another little one up there. That one I got rid of. But it just kind of looked like a speck. But yeah, I guess I probably could open that up or actually copied it and pasted it elsewhere. Yeah. So that's what I got. Let me see if I can find that other one real quick. Where was it? Is it this one?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah, because I did morning and afternoon. You can see I shot quite a bit. That's all the way from Bainbridge Island. You can kind of see it goes a ways. But yeah, let's bring that one up. No, I
Looks
think
nice.
it's still morning because the ferry is still early.
And didn't remember the ship and the other.
Yeah, you're right, Wyndham, you're right.
I think it's down for there. Where
There you go.
Yeah, here it is. Because I did a black and white for Windows class. There we go.
Oh, wow.
There it is.
That's it.
Yeah, that's the afternoon.
Gorgeous.
That is amazing. That's beautiful.
Thanks. So that's the Ferris wheel from when I got over here.
Mhm. Yeah.
That's the pier.
Yep.
I can see that mural was over in here somewhere. Yeah, it's quite a, yeah. Pulling away was a little easier because we weren't going that fast. But coming in, I was surprised those panoramas still held pretty well. But I think I like that afternoon light better than the, than the evening light, which was, yeah, that other one. Where did it go? This one. Oh. It's running a little downhill and right, get that straightened pretty quickly. But yeah, I think the lighting on the afternoon even was much better.
Yeah,
Mhm, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me unshare here, we'll go back. So I guess we'll see y'all next week and so
okay.